All right, so I'm gonna try to answer some of these questions, the route parameter quiz. So first question, what is a route slash URL parameter? So a route is basically just a way to access a website through the URL. So like if we go to this website, well, this doesn't have a route up here, but if we go to our about site or page, what we see is that we get slash about, and that's a route. Or if we go home, we get slash or shop, we get slash shop, and that is another example of a route. And using React Router, we can go ahead and create a path to that route and render a component depending on what path we put in. So if we go to slash shop, we will go ahead and render up the shop component, which is right over here, and it just has some CSS. So a URL parameter is basically a way to put a parameter at the end of a route to open up, like, let's say a certain product in this example here. So the way it works is that we can go ahead and use the colon in ID, and it will basically kind of work like a variable. So now when we go slash ID, we'll go ahead and open up a product detail. So this ID can take in anything like A, B, C. And it'll keep this loading state right here because this is being conditionally rendered on this end to say, hey, if we don't have a product, then we want to go ahead and just continue loading. So I'm lagging really bad here, so I can't really show, but basically, the way to actually make this work would be to go here and then to actually pass it an ID of a product that actually exists. So if we go to shop ID /3, or if we click on that item, then it'll take us to an item. If we say 8, it'll go ahead and take us to another item. And I'm lagging really bad here, and I'd love to show it on the code, but basically the reason why this is happening is because when we go ahead and render up all of these, which are called products, we send it to a link, and this link or this route is basically /shop/ID. And the way we're getting this is because in this component, in our shop component, we're basically iterating. Let's see if I can get there without lagging. We're basically iterating over our mapped products. So we're creating a product component for every single one of these products, which we're fetching data from an API that's giving us all of these different products, and then we're putting it in state, and then we're mapping over them, meaning each and every single product has its own ID. And with that ID, we can go ahead and put it in the URL using the route parameters. So when we click on an item, we can take this. So we can take this ID of the item, and then we can go ahead and let's go up here. Man, this is really bad. We can go up here and then we can use the params, which is basically going to take the parameter from the URL, which is 6. And now we can basically fetch for that individual product itself. So now we can use this 6 here to go ahead and go into our API products, and then we fetch the product with the ID of 6, or the 6th item inside of the array of, I think, 9 products. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, click on it, and that is 6. So basically, let's see. Yeah, that's it. That was a route in a URL parameter, and that's kind of how it works in my app. So the second question is, add a route parameter called product ID to the route path below. So this is kind of how my app is working. So we have products, And then what we can basically do is we can say slash, use the colon, and we can say product ID. And my naming isn't the best, I will say. Maybe I'll go back there and fix it, but maybe I should make this go to slash product ID instead of slash shop, but that's not that big of a deal. But basically now this path has a parameter called product ID. So if we were like, let's say scrimba.com slash products slash and then the product ID, let's say it's 23, it would take us to it would redirect us to this product detail page. And then if we use the use params inside of this product detail page, we could fetch the data from, let's say, an API of all of these products, and we can grab product number 23, store it into some sort of state, and then we can build out a page using that parameter or that that parameter ID instead of just getting all of our products again. So this says add whatever you need to add for the component below to display the route parameter in the H1. Okay. Let's see, add whatever you need to add for the component below to display the route parameter. I'm not understanding what he means by this. I'm thinking what he means is if we use const params equals use params, we can now basically get the ID of whatever we put into the URL. So the ID of 23. And then we could basically just like, let's say, I still don't understand what he's asking here. Add whatever you need to add for the component below to display the route parameter. Okay. So I guess here, if you want the route parameters, we can put this inside of here. And this is an object. So this is just, I don't even know what this would display if we did try to do this, but we'd also have to import this at the top. So if this was a real project, we'd have to use params, and then we could equal it to React router DOM. So we'd have to import that, and I guess this would somewhat work. I'm not sure what he's asking on number 3, but I'll go ahead and pause and update. All right, so just updating this question that I answered. Looks like he pretty much answered it the same way, except he put it into an object destructure. So I guess mine wouldn't work because it'd be like params dot and then the product ID. So that's how it would come back if I was using my strategy. But still, that's pretty much it.